teaching, theory and practice, relating associated educational philosophies and those individuals whose efforts advance the model. This production also shares when a teacher should use these tactics. The personal family is rooted in humanistic learning theory. The cluster of personal family models focuses on the individual as the main source of educational growth and pays great attention to personal development. This family model emphasizes the processes by which individuals construct and organize reality. Therefore, this model of teaching is purely student-centered, as teachers influence student awareness toward personal responsibility for their own learning. In the 1940s, Abraham Maslow felt that behaviorist theories regarding human behavior did not adequately capture the complexity of a person. He advanced the notion that human actions are guided by ambition when basic needs are met. These needs must be fulfilled before learning can occur. In his pyramid, physiological needs, the lowest level on the hierarchy, include necessities such as food and water. When physiological needs are satisfied, life is sustained. Safety needs, such as health and security, are next in the hierarchy. A teacher meets students' security needs by enforcing proper disciplinary functions that provide structure, order, and predictability. Once these two basic levels are achieved, belongingness, including the need for friends, family, group associations, and intimate relationships, become an issue. A person may experience feelings of solitude and emptiness if belongingness needs are not gratified. The next level on the pyramid, esteem needs. And these are clearly within the personal family model of teaching and include the need for accomplishment, recognition from others, and confidence. Only when one attains physiological, safety, and belongingness needs will positive self-esteem follow. At this stage, the approval must come from earned respect and not from fame or social status. Acceptance and self-esteem originate from engaging in activities that are deemed as being socially constructive. An individual may feel inferior if esteem needs are not reached. When the previous needs on the pyramid are successfully met, a person now has the opportunity to become self-actualized. Self-actualization leads to lifelong learning that promotes a grand quality of life. Behaviors at this phase are driven by one's desire for personal growth and achievement to develop into the complete person one is capable of becoming. A person who reaches this stage strives for growth and self-improvement. According to Maslow, the majority of people advance through the hierarchy of needs from the bottom up in an orderly fashion. Like the other models of teaching that have been previously learned in this course, the personal family models of teaching are better suited for certain tasks than others. Strategies in this category help individuals create, direct, and structure personal meaning in life, as well as know themselves better. These models encourage personal qualities like self-esteem, self-efficacy, emotional and personal understanding, and acceptance. The specific personal family models include non-directive teaching, lessons to enhance students' self-esteem, and personal project-based learning. Non-directive teaching strategies are employed when the teacher counsels a student about a personal problem that he or she has. In an advisory approach, non-directive teaching helps the student unveil what he or she is thinking and feeling. In a class setting, the non-directive approach may be used to help all students examine an issue, explore alternatives, develop insights, and reach personal conclusions. Non-directive instruction assists with personal and social development, including social skills. Originating from counseling principles introduced by Carl Rogers, the student is in total control and the teacher is a coach. Developing students' positive self-esteem should be a constant act for a teacher. This critical aspect of a teacher's repertoire directly addresses the student's need for self-esteem and self-understanding, while embracing the respect and support of other students. Building positive self-esteem enhances students' individual qualities and increases their ability to be healthy and improve personal interactions. A teacher should champion students at every turn of their teaching day, whether the process be formal in a class lesson or informal in actions toward a student. Character education is an approach to examine the dilemmas and responsibilities of social life, provide emotional backing to other challenges, and acquire pro-social skills and knowledge of social conventions through meaningful values. From the mid-19th century to the mid-20th century, McGuffey readers were a way to teach school children the natural virtues of honesty, hard work, truthfulness, kindness, patriotism, and courage. Lawrence Kohlberg proposed the stages of moral development that expanded upon the work of Jean Piaget. Character education lessons in a class today build positive self-esteem. Reading books with a moral also develops students' positive self-esteem in more subtle means. Project-based learning empowers students to research, craft, or investigate a project that is of interest to them. Project-based learning may be different than problem-based learning, but is quite similar to web quests in many ways. In project-based learning, the teacher generally determines the process, prepares materials, supervises the projects, and discusses the student's research. In some instances, the teacher allows the student to decide the topic for study. Many theorists, including John Dewey and Marie Montessori, have contributed to project-based learning philosophies. Although project-based learning is student-centered, affording students the opportunity to investigate their own interests, it may happen in a cooperative learning activity. Projects tend to be more open-ended than problem-based, which allows students more choices when it comes to demonstrating what they know. When infused with technology, project-based learning is ripe for today's classrooms. In projects, students use technology tools much as professionals do to collaborate, communicate, conduct research, analyze, create, and publish their own work for an authentic audience. Instead of writing book reports, for instance, students in a literature project might produce audio reviews of books, post them on a blog, and invite responses from a partner class in another country. Project-based learning applies across curriculum and disciplines. Projects may give students a real-world context for learning and create a strong need to know, leading to greater motivation and higher-order thinking skills. Projects offer students choice and voice by personalizing the experience and is more likely than rote memorization to lead to deeper understanding since the topic is relevant and of interest to the student. Information literacy is another trend fueling interest in project-based learning. Acquiring information literacy requires communication, technological fluency, problem solving, and critical thinking. Today's students must navigate and evaluate a vast array of information, not just read and memorize material. Today's students will face complex challenges when they complete their formal education. Knowing how to solve problems, work collaboratively, and think innovatively are essential skills, not only for finding future careers, but also tackling difficult issues. To respond to these complex demands, a growing number of teachers, schools, and even states have adopted project-based learning. Overall, the personal family models of teaching may be used in conjunction with a variety of other models. The major theme of the personal family of this model of teaching is that better developed, more affirmative, self-actualized students have increased learning capabilities to advance their academic achievement. This concludes the presentation on personal family models of teaching.